13 in the bluest eye. When the war ended and the twins were 10 years old, they too left to school to work. Pauline was 15, still keeping house, but with less enthusiasm. Fantasies about men and love and touching were drawing her mind and hands away from work. Changes in weather began to affect her, as did certain sights and sounds. These feelings translated themselves to her in a stream. She thought of the death of newborn things, lonely roads and strangers who appear out of nowhere simply to hold one's hand. Woods in which the sun was always setting. In church, especially, did these dreams grow. The songs caressed her, and while she tried to hold her mind on the wages of sin, her body trembled for redemption, salvation, a mysterious rebirth that would simply happen, with no effort on her path. In none of her fantasies which she was ever aggressive. She was usually idling by the river bank or gathering berries in a field when someone appeared, with gentle and penetrating eyes, who with no exchange of words understood, and before whose glance her foot straightened and her eyes dropped. The someone had no face, no form, no voice, no odor. He was a simple presence, an all-embracing tenderness with strength and a promise of rest. It did not matter that she had no idea of what to do or say to the presence. After the wordless knowing and the soundless touching, her dreams disintegrated, but the presence would know what not to do. She had only to lay her head on his chest, and he would lead her away to the sea, to the city, to the woods forever. There was a woman named Ivy who seemed to hold in her mouth all of the sounds of Pauline's soul. Standing a little apart from the choir, Ivy sang the dark sweetness that Pauline could not name. She sang the fine debt that Pauline yearned for. She sang of the stranger who knew, Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storms, through the night, lead me onto the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. When my way grows dear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call. Hold my hand lest I fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. This is what the someone, did appear out of nowhere. Pauline was grateful, but not surprised. He came, strutting right out of Kentucky's sun on the hottest day of the year. He came big. He came strong. He came with yellow eyes, flaring nostrils, and he came with his own music. Pauline was leaning idly on the fence, her eyes resting on the cross rail between the pickets. She had just put down some biscuit dough and was cleaning the flour from under her nails. Behind her, at some distance, she heard whistling, one of those rapid, high note raps that black boys make up as they go while sweeping, shoveling, or walking along. A kind of city street music where laughter bleeds anxiety, and joy is as short and straight as the blade of a pocket knife. She listened carefully to the music and let it pull her lips into a smile. The whistling got louder, and still she did not turn around, for she wanted to go at least, while smiling to herself and holding fast to the break in somber thoughts. She felt something tickling her foot, She laughed aloud and turned to see. The whistler was bending down, tickling her broken foot and kissing her leg. She could not stop her laughter, not until he looked up at her and she saw the Kentucky sun drenching the yellow, heavy-lidded eyes of Collie Breelove. When I first see Collie, I want you to know it was like all the bits of the color from that time down home when all us children went berry picking after a funeral, and I put some in the pocket of my Sunday dress, and they mashed up and stained my hips. My whole dress was messed with purple, and it never did wash out. Not the dress nor me. I could feel that purple deep inside me. In that field, lemonade Mama used to make when Papa came in out the fields, it'd be cool and yellowish, with seeds floating near the bottom, and that streak of green, them June bugs made on the trees the night we left from down home. All Charlie came up and tickled my foot. It was like them berries, that lemonade, them streaks of green the June bugs made all come together. Charlie was thin, with real light eyes. He used to whistle, and when I heard him, shivers come on my skin. Paulina and Charlie loved each other. He seemed to relish her company and even to enjoy her country ways and lack of knowledge about city things. So I read 3 pages for y'all. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. Um, we're gonna stop right there at page 116, and that was Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. If y'all not reading, this is the great book to start reading from. It'll help with your vocabulary, words, and everything. If you want to send a donation, I'm writing a book right now about my life. You can send it to Cash App, $KarloRossi 559. That's $KarloRossi 559. Thanks for y'all support. Thanks for tuning in. The best is yet to come. We go.